This video is a review of dividing using the strategy of long division. So in this question, I'm dividing 3 into 17,547. So what I'd like to do is start by looking only at the first number. Now I know that 3 can't be divided into 1. I can't take one thing and split it evenly into groups of 3. So I'm going to just put a 0 there. I'm going to move next door, and now I'm looking at 17. So I ask myself, how many times does 3 go into 17? How many groups of 3 can I make with 17 people? So I know that 3 times 5 is 15, and 3 times 6 is 18. So I can't make 6 full groups, so I put 5. Since that's only 15 people, I know I'm going to be left with 2 that aren't in groups. So what I do is I go next door. I have a 5 there. If I bring him down, I can work with 25. I know that 3 times 8 is 24. That gets me pretty close. So I'm going to put 8 here. 3 times 8 is 24. Again, I subtract to find that I'm left with one person not in a group. So I keep going. Since I have more people, I bring this 4 down. 3 goes into 14 4 times with 12. And again, I have leftovers. 2 leftover people. I move over one more, carry my 7 down. So now I have asking myself, how many times does 3 go into 27? 3 goes into 27 9 times, which gives me 27, and this time I know I don't have any left over. Let's try another one. For this question, I'm again going to cover up everything other than my first digit. So 5 goes into 6 once. 1 times 5 is 5. It leaves me with 1. I move over, I have 0. I'm still going to pull it down because now that makes 10. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 5 times 2 is 10. So I still don't have any leftovers here, which is great. But I move next door and I see there's still 4 here that I'm going to bring down. 5 doesn't go into 4. So I start by putting a 0. No groups of 5. I move over again and have a 1. So now I'm going to bring down that 1. So now 5 goes into 41 8 times. 5 times 8 is 40. When I subtract, I find I have 1 left. I move over again and bring down my 3. 5 can go into 13 2 times. 5 times 2 is only 10. When I subtract, I've got 3 left. So I move over again, bring down my 0, making this 30. 5 goes into 30 6 times. 5 times 6 is 30. When I subtract, I find I have no leftovers and no more numbers. Now let's get you to try one on your own. So let's try this question here. 6 divided into 21,414. Once you've had a chance to give this one a try, press play to see the solution. Alright, so I ran out of room here, so I'm just going to scratch this guy out and try and fit this in, not confusing that for a decimal, of course. So I start with covering up my question other than the first digit. 6 goes into 2 no times. So I'm going to need to look at the next number. 6 goes into 21 3 times. But that's only 18. 3 times 6 is 18, which leaves me with 3. I see my neighbor is a 4. I bring it down. 6 goes into 34 5 times. Gives me 30. So I have 4 left over. Bring down my 1.